Hello everyone. In this video we are going to solve a very good set based upon logical reasoning. It is a mixture of matrix as well as a little bit of geometry. The question is, due to heavy floods in the state of Assam, the Indian government had to relocate a certain number of people to another place, and a rectangular piece of land was supposed to be divided in smaller areas and assigned to these people. The piece of land was divided into smaller rectangular areas by drawing some parallel horizontal and vertical lines such that it is divided into 4 rows and 5 columns and is divided into 4 cross 5 smaller rectangular areas. These vertical and horizontal parallel lines need not to be equidistant from each other, and hence the area of the smaller rectangular regions need not to be same for every region. Based on this division and the distance between the parallel lines, the area of the so formed rectangular regions was calculated and a blueprint was prepared for the same in the form of a rectangular grid. While presenting this blueprint to the authorities, it was found that the areas of some regions was not written and the following grid was formed. So we can see that this is the piece of land. It is divided into 4 rows, 5 columns. We have some additional information over here. The rectangle represents the ground, with smaller rectangles being the one made by those parallel lines. Quantity written inside any rectangle represents the area and square unit of that rectangle. Also, this quantity is denoted by Cij, where I represents the row number and J represents the column number of that cell. So we can see that inside every smaller rectangular region we have some numbers written, whereas in some cases there are some alphabets written. So values of these alphabets are missing. If we read the questions, values of how many alphabets can be found from the blueprint. So we'll do something to find out the values of these alphabets and then we'll answer these questions. Next one is find the value of C21 plus 33 minus 44. We'll do this. If 48 is written instead of 24 in C1423, then value of how many alphabets will be impacted. Okay. Last one is, if k is the total area of the whole land, then find out the number of prime factors of k. Okay. So the ultimate goal here is to find out the values of all these alphabets and the area of this whole rectangular region. We can answer these questions. Okay, let us go to the next slide. We'll try to fill this. Now the root problem here is to find out the values of these alphabets. That means the area of these rectangular plots. If we do that, we can answer every question. So since everything is related to area, we'll definitely apply the area of rectangle over here. Hence, I will provide dimensions to these plots. Okay, so let me write dimension A, B, C, D. These will be the width of these plots, and E, F, G, H, I, these will be the lengths of these plots. Okay, so if I relate these two, I can write down this 4 is the area. It will be written as A into E, length into breadth of this particular plot. Okay, if I come to this 8 can be written as A into F. If I divide these two, I can write E upon F equals to 1 by 2, F will be equals to 2E. So the same relation should follow for this M and 12 as well. So M will be written as B into E, while 12 will be written as B into F. If I divide these two, I'll get M upon 12 will give me E by F. If I put F equals to 2E here, then M will be equals to 12 by 2, that means 6. So M will be 6. So there is one common relation that I can notice. Areas in column 2, they are twice the area in column 1. So we have 4, 8 here, 6, 12 here. Hence, if I have 18 here, I will have 36 here. If I have 20 here, I will have 10 here. Okay. So that's how we have to fill the rest of the things. Okay. Similarly, I'll relate the areas of column 2 and 3. Here I have 12, here I have 24. I can see that area in column 3 will be twice the area in column 2. So if I have 8 here, here I have twice of 18, that means 16. I have 36 here, I'll have 72 here, 20 here, so 40 here. Okay. Similarly, I can relate all the columns. Now I have 16, 24 here, that means area in column 4 is 1.5 times the area in column 3. So 16, 24, 24 into 1.5, 36 will be here, 72 into 1.5, 108 will be here, 40 into 1.5, 60 will be here. Okay. At last, I have the relation between last two columns. So I can establish the relation through these. Okay, 108 and 54. So area in column 4 is twice the area in column 5. So if I have 36 here, I will have 18 here, 24 here, so 12 here, 60 here, so 30 here. Okay, so I found out the values of all these alphabets. This was very easy. Now I can proceed further and answer the question. So the first question here is values of how many alphabets can be found from the blueprint. So we could see that how many alphabets do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could find the values of all the alphabets. Hence answer to this question will be option D. Okay, 12. Next question is find out the value of C21 plus 33 minus 44. So 21, second row, first column. Second row, first column, that means 6. 33, third row, third column, 72 minus 44. So 44 is this. Okay, 60. So 72 plus 6 is 78, 78 minus 60, that means 18, 18 will be the correct answer to this question. Okay, next one is if 48 is written instead of 24 in C, 14 and 23, then the values of how many alphabets will be impacted. So 14, that means this 24 will be removed and 48 will be written in place of it, and 23, so this 24 will be removed and 48 will be written over here. We'll see values of how many alphabets will be impacted. Let us go to our original arrangement, original matrix that was given to us. So now I'll remove 24 from here and 48 will be written. Okay, to compare the values of how many alphabets will be impacted, I need the earlier values, so I'll make a matrix over here in which I'll write down the earlier values. So I've written down the values that we got earlier. Okay, now we'll again try to establish that relation and write down the new set of values. So between these two we have the same relation twice, so I'll write 6 over here, I'll write 36 over here and 10 over here. Okay, but now the relation between column 2 and 3 has changed. Okay, because now it has become 12, 48, that means 4 times, so that means the area in column 3 is 4 times the area in column 2. So 8 4 the 32 I'll write over here, 36 4 144, 24 80 will be written over here. Then if I look at the relation between column 3 and 4, 32 and 48, that means value in column 4 is 1.5 times the value in column 3. So 48 into 1.5, we'll get 72 here. 144 into 1.5, I'll get 216 here. 80 into 1.5, 120 will be written over here. At last, between column 4 and 5, I can see that value in column 4 is 4 times the value in column 5, because 54 into 4 is 216. So I'll write 12 over here, 18 over here and 30 over here. Okay, so now let us check. If I check variable P, value was 10, still it is 10 over here. If I look at M, value was 6, it is still 6 over here. Okay, if I look at variable Q, it was 36 earlier, still it is 36. If I look at variable T, it was 40 earlier, now it is 80, so value of this T has changed. Value of S, earlier it was 72, now it is 144, so value of S has changed. Then if we look at R, earlier its value was 16, now it has become 32, value of R has changed. Okay, if I look at U, its value earlier was 36, now it is 72, value has changed. V, earlier it was 108, now it is 216, value of V has changed. Value of W, it was 60 earlier, now it is 120, value of W has changed. If I look at the last column, values are still the same, 12, 18, 54, 30, 12, 18, 54, 30. Okay, so we'll count the number of dots here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, values of 6 variables has changed. Answer to the third question will be 6. Okay, option C will be the correct answer. I hope that was understood. Last question is, if K is the total area of the whole land, then find out the number of prime factors of K. So you just need to add all these values and then find out the prime factors. So if you add all these, you'll get a total of 608. If you factorize it, you will get 4 into 152. Further, you will get 4 into 4 into 38. At last, 4 into 4 into 2 into 19. So this is completely formed of 2's. So one prime factor will be 2, another will be 19. So we have 2 prime factors. Option A will be the correct answer. So that's it. I hope the explanation was understood. The ideal time for this set should have been around 6 to 7 minutes at max. Okay, so if you still have a doubt, please comment. Thank you.